Welcome to Belgro's Funeral Home, where we celebrate life's precious moments. From the moment you enter our doors, you're met with kindness and care. Our reception area is designed to be more than just a waiting room. It is a place of calm, thoughtfully created to ease the weight of grief. In our private conference room, conversations are guided by empathy. Here, our client experience coordinators sit beside you, not just across the table to help plan a service that truly reflects your loved one's story. Whether it's a traditional farewell or a personalized celebration of life, we take time to understand your wishes and offer thoughtful guidance. At the heart of our organization is a dedicated manager who ensures that everything runs smoothly, from the smallest detail to the final farewell. We understand that choosing a casket or a coffin is a deeply personal decision. In our selection room, we provide a calm, respectful environment where families can take their time and explore options that reflect their loved one's life, beliefs, and preference. Our spacious chapel is where memories are honored and lives are celebrated. Designed with serenity and warmth, it provides a welcoming space for families and friends to come together in reflection and remembrance. For families choosing cremation, we offer on-site professional cremation services in a setting that upholds dignity, peace, and confidentiality. Our crematorium offers a seamless and respectful alternative to traditional burial, giving families flexibility while maintaining the highest standard of care.
One bed and breakfast owner says no solid bookings for Tobago Carnival. Division of Health introduces Health Hygiene Lounge. And the new Interministerial Committee to Fight Cybercrimes and AI Scams. Good evening, I'm Renessa Ortiz. Welcome to the Tobago Updates Television News for Friday, 12th September 2025. To our top story. Tobago's October Carnival is shaping up to be one of the island's most anticipated events, with some accommodation providers reporting high occupancy rates. Accommodation owners report a surge in bookings, with several properties completely sold out for the carnival period. But one bed and breakfast owner tells a slightly different story. AMPLIA Balgobin has the details.
Bed and breakfast owner Kay Trotman noted that although Airbnbs are receiving higher booking rates than guest houses, most inquiries for her property are coming from residents of the sister island, Trinidad. However, she added that inquiries don't necessarily translate into confirmed bookings.
Members of the Bed and Breakfast Association have been getting significant inquiries for accommodation during the Tobago October Carnival period. Most of these inquiries are coming from potential local visitors as opposed to foreign guests. The level of interest is about the same as last year. However, we are seeing that the inquiries that we're having, that they're having difficulties converting them to actual bookings.
Despite not receiving the bookings they anticipated, some properties are collaborating with local event organizers. However, a significant challenge remains.
So while it is that some of our properties are actually collaborating with other local events and organizers to enhance the entire guest experience, that is coming to naught since there is still difficulty in Tobagonians and Trinidadians especially getting to Tobago.
Trotman also highlighted a surge in cancellation calls from guests who had already secured bookings but were forced to back out after failing to obtain travel tickets to Tobago. She described the situation as a worrying trend that could impact overall carnival accommodation figures. This is AMPLIA Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
The Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection has unveiled a newly introduced lounge at its headquarters. Thoughtfully designed to meet essential personal needs, the facility provides mothers with a private and comfortable space for breastfeeding. Beyond supporting nursing mothers, the lounge also ensures that women have easy access to essential feminine products. AMPLIA Balgobin has the details.
The Health Hygiene Lounge initiative is part of a broader effort to create inclusive and supportive spaces that prioritize the well-being of women.
The Health Hygiene Lounge is a family-friendly space designed to support the health and dignity of women and families. It features two main rooms. The first is the menstrual health room. The second is the breastfeeding room, a private, comfortable environment for nursing mothers.
Because period poverty remains a pressing concern in Trinidad and Tobago, the Division of Health is taking steps to support individuals who cannot afford essential feminine hygiene products. Former Assistant Secretary of Health, Megan Morrison, holds this initiative close to her heart.
It became abundantly clear that while immediate relief was necessary, one critical reality has been overlooked: the cost and access to menstrual health and hygiene products. That realization became the seed that we see here today. The Health Hygiene Lounge is the vision that is being brought to life here today.
Secretary of the Division of Health, Dr. Faith Brebner, noted that two significant yet often overlooked life events, a baby's birth and the menstrual cycle, are frequently undervalued.
It's an honor being able to actively think about the things that affect our everyday lives, the things that cause us to be happy. And remember, I said happy. I didn't say pleasurable, because we tend to confuse the two words.
By introducing this lounge and providing essential support, the Division of Health is sending a powerful message. Women's health, dignity, and comfort matter. This is Aaliyah Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
A new interministerial committee has been approved by the Cabinet to proactively address the growing threats of cybercrime and AI-enabled scams. The committee was announced by Minister of Public Administration and AI, Dominic Smith, during a post-cabinet media briefing on Thursday. The move comes as global figures indicate a significant rise in AI-driven fraud and digital impersonation, posing a serious threat to national security and the financial well-being of citizens. Reporter Jewel Green-George has more in this story.
With 87% of all cybercrimes leveraging AI in 2024 and global losses projected to exceed 10.5 trillion annually by 2025, the government is adopting a whole-of-government approach to cyber resilience. The new committee is set to serve as the national coordinating body for policy, incident response, and legislative alignment. According to Minister Smith, the committee's formation is a response to the rapid increase in cyber-related incidents, which include investor scams, phishing attacks, ransomware operations, and identity theft.
Some of these investor scams are utilizing AI-generated likenesses of public figures and with the intent to defraud citizens. And so the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago takes these threats very seriously.
The committee's mandate also includes implementing a national awareness campaign to educate the public about scams that utilize artificial intelligence-generated likenesses, also known as deepfakes. The committee comprises representatives from key ministries and agencies, including the Ministry of Homeland Security, the Ministry of Finance, the Office of the Attorney General, and the TTPS's Cyber and Social Media Unit and the Financial Intelligence Unit. This collective approach aims to strengthen law enforcement's capacity to investigate and prosecute cyber and AI-driven fraud.
We have seen pervasive technologies and of course, while technology is increasing, persons are utilizing technology to the detriment of society. And so as a government, we recognize these threats. And in the support of our citizens, we have put together what we consider a very prudent and wise group of individuals and units.
He emphasized the government's commitment to protecting its most vulnerable citizens, including the elderly, who are often more susceptible to these schemes.
We've seen issues as it relates to the elderly as well, who are more susceptible to these type of schemes. And so we have implemented this committee and now cabinet approved for these purposes.
The committee is expected to report quarterly on emerging threats and recommend interventions to ensure Trinidad and Tobago remains a leader in AI readiness and digital transformation. Jewel Green-George for Tobago Updates Television News.
More news after the break. Stay with us.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
The event of this century is here.
AMPLIA.
100 years of excellence to honor the past and ignite the future. Saturday, September 30th at the Magdalena. The Centennial Gala, hosted by Bishop's High School, Tobago. An all-inclusive evening of entertainment, culinary delights, and timeless vibes. And at midnight, raise your glass as we welcome the next 100 years. Limited early bird tickets, $750. Secure yours at islandetickets.com. An all-white affair. One night, one century, one legacy.
We are thing to celebrate. So let me
The Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development invites all to Louisdor Open Day 2025. That's right, the Louisdor Nurseries will be hosting its Open Day on Friday, 12th September from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. On sale will be tree crops, seedlings and ornamental plants, free health checks, games and giveaways. Bring your small machines for free diagnostics. You don't want to miss it.
Welcome back. The Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute is celebrating its 28th anniversary, making nearly 3 decades as a cornerstone of Tobago's world-class hospitality sector. The Institute's commitment to its students goes beyond academics, with a focus on fostering a community that encourages both personal and professional growth. Karina Roberts, THTI's Student Life Coordinator, reflects on the Institute's impact.
Hi, I am Karina Roberts and I am the coordinator of Student Life, and I have been working with THTI for more than 10 years. To me, THTI means long-lasting friendships, opportunities for both professional and personal development once you tap into the resources.
She shared some of her memorable moments and her long-term goals.
Seeing students who would have struggled during the semester and would have wanted to drop out, and because of by giving them motivation, encouragement, they would have persevered and would have ended up graduating in the end and now working in the industry, in their field. In the future, I would like to see THTI form stronger industry connections with the cruise liners and the hotel industry. Also offer more accredited programs, such as the bachelor's programs, which will attract more local and international students and brand THTI on the market.
THTI continues to provide programs and short courses designed to equip students with skills to succeed in a dynamic sector, ensuring that Tobago's hospitality remains a beacon of quality and passion for years to come. Louisdor Farm came alive yesterday as it hosted its World Food Day Open Day, bringing together farmers, students, and families to highlight the importance of sustainable agriculture and food security in Tobago. The event featured a variety of activities, including tours, interactive booths, and live demonstrations that showcased local produce and innovative farming practices. Visitors explored displays on organic cultivation, composting, and agro-processing, while students participated in hands-on learning sessions designed to deepen their understanding of where food comes from and how it impacts the environment. Farm-to-table tastings allowed guests to sample freshly harvested produce, while small business owners exhibited cassava flour, pepper sauces, herbal teas, and other locally made products. The Open Day also created a space for networking among agricultural entrepreneurs, encouraging collaboration and the sharing of best practices. Nkosi Phillips, political leader of the Unity of the People, will soon be in New York attending the Africa Open for Business Summit during the United Nations General Assembly, a trip Phillips says is self-funded after facing a lack of support from the Tobago House of Assembly. Reporter Joel Green George has more.
Phillips has been invited by the president of the African Renaissance and Diaspora Network to attend the summit, scheduled to take place on Friday, September 26th, with a small delegation of local business owners, with the aim of fostering trade and investment opportunities. According to a recent study by the African Export-Import Bank, bilateral trade between Africa and the Caribbean, despite a shared history, has never surpassed 6%, leaving significant room for growth. This is the kind of potential Phillips believes her presence can unlock.
To spark actions and opportunity for all NGOs, young politicians like myself, also for Trinidad and Tobago.
The African Renaissance and Diaspora Network is an internationally operating NGO with a mission to advance the African Renaissance by supporting UN programs and priorities. The organization serves as a secretariat for the Global Alliance of Mayors and Leaders from Africa and of African descent. And Phillips says she is honored to be a part of it.
The African Renaissance and Diaspora Network serve as a secretariat for the Global Alliance of Mayors and Leaders from the Africa and of African descent. And I'm honored to be a part of this organization.
Phillips claims the international recognition stands in stark contrast to her treatment at home. According to Phillips, efforts to serve Tobago have been stifled by the current THA administration.
While I'm condemned here, put aside and not supported and rejected in my own country, I am internationally recognized for my works and my intelligence, and that is what brought me closer to them.
Despite this, Phillips remains committed to elevating the nation's reputation on the global stage.
When I go out to the international countries, especially at the UN, I lift Trinidad and Tobago to the highest esteem. I brand it. I put it to the... If I was wicked, I could say, no, don't come there. The people wicked, they're doing all of this to you. I could say that, but that's not me.
Jewel Green George reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Hair goals, we've got them. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy for queens who know exactly what they want.
I send in a big dirty bun for you.
Better than them.
And I have a big dirty bun for you. So you better don't run. Come on, fun, I said don't run. Good morning, Bacchanal. How do you do? It's very critical. Talk to you, but it's a long road I'm going on. And I need somebody to me life. I stay strong. Bless me with Juve. Carnival is my time.
Rise and shine, Tobago. The breakfast vibes you've been waiting for is here.
When you rum, tell you you's a big dancer.
It's time for Sun Up Tobago, the ultimate breakfast inclusive cooler party that kicks off your carnival in style.
We come to take shots. She come to take shots.
Join us on Thursday, October 23rd from 6 a.m. to 12 noon at Scarborough House, 138 Milford Road. Music pumping, breakfast sizzling, coolers flowing, and vibes unmatched. This is where sun, sea, soca, and celebration collides. Get your early bird tickets now at Pablo Supermarkets, Barcode, Lost Restaurant and Lounge, Signature Cuts, IslandEtickets.com, and committee members. Don't miss the event where Tobago Carnival truly begins. Sun Up Tobago. Come for the breakfast, stay for the vibe.
Skibidi bang bang. Yours truly Juby representing for Neon, a tribal affair by Highlighter Entertainment. We are here.
Tobago, are you ready?
Highlighter Entertainments. Neon, a tribal affair. Costume sales are live. Register now at highlighterentertainment.com. This is Carnival meets culture. Rhythm meets rebellion. Neon is calling. And your moment is now. Light up the night.
I jamming on the pavement with Neon.
Welcome back. The Signal Hill Secondary School Tourism Club recently celebrated the academic success of its members, presenting awards to 2 students who achieved the highest grades for the 3rd term of the 2024-2025 school year. This initiative aims to motivate students and recognize the hard work and dedication required to excel in their studies. Kenley Thorne was honored as the top performer in the lower school, while Kershaw Samuel received the award for the upper school. Both students were recognized for their outstanding commitment and academic excellence. Patrice Caruth-Jack, a representative for the club, stated that the awards align with the club's mission to support students' holistic development. In the future, the Tourism Club plans to expand its awards to include achievements in sports and other extracurricular activities. The club encourages all students to continue striking a balance between their academic and personal pursuits, embodying the school's core value. For tonight's Facebook poll question, we asked, do you believe Tobago fisherfolk's fear of possible mistaken identity is justified given the recent U.S. bombing of a boat allegedly involved in drug trafficking? 86% of respondents believe the concern about mistaken identity is justified, while 8.8% said no, and 5.3% were undecided. A recent U.S. military airstrike on an alleged drug boat in the southern Caribbean is raising alarms for local Tobago fisherfolk. The attack killed all 11 people aboard a vessel. While U.S. officials claim it was a lethal strike on a narco-terrorist organization, no public evidence has been released. The incident has sparked serious concern in Tobago's fishing communities, with Curtis Douglas, president of the All Tobago Fisherfolk Association, speaking out on the danger that fishermen could be misidentified and, quote, blown into the water, end quote. Remember, your voice counts too. Follow us on Facebook and join the conversation by voting in our daily poll. More news and the weekend weather report are next. Stay with us.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Rise and shine, Tobago. The breakfast vibes you've been waiting for is here.
When it wrong, tell you you's a big dancer.
It's time for Sun Up Tobago, the ultimate breakfast inclusive cooler party that kicks off your carnival in style.
We come to take shots. She come to take shots.
Join us on Thursday, October 23rd from 6 a.m. to 12 noon at Scarborough House, 138 Milford Road. Music pumping, breakfast sizzling, coolers flowing, and vibes unmatched.
Miss Ocean, girl, coming home, I was see you again.
This is where sun, sea, soca, and celebration collides. Get your early bird tickets now at Pablo Supermarkets, Barcode, Lost Restaurant and Lounge, Signature Cuts, IslandEtickets.com, and committee members. Don't miss the event where Tobago Carnival truly begins. Sun of Tobago. Come for the breakfast, stay for the vibe.
AMPLIA in your wall. Alright, she's here. Welcome. It's Take Your Shot, your truly Junior K. This is where we have real fun. We drink responsibly. We play drinking games. We conduct interviews with some of your favorite stars.
Back again and then actually breakthrough in 2017 with taillight.
Remind us of it.
Put on your taillight, reverse and back. And then if you beat it, keep it.
Drink or sink it, real simple. So we're gonna ask a particular question, and if he answers, he doesn't have to drink. So the first question is, if you had to choose Squid, your girl or your mom? What? I'm gonna sing a piece of a song. I am not a singer, all you know that by now. You can't sing, right? But let's try for the purpose of this show.
Right.
You have to figure out the song, sing a piece of the song, identify the artist. Call out the bridal.
That's the one, know that one, eh? So call out the bridal party. We gonna make all the residents happy. Bartender make it snappy. For the good and for the king like Poppy. And it is like...
Welcome back. This is what the TNT Met Office says you can expect from the weather. Tonight, generally fair despite the low chance of an odd shower. Tomorrow, generally hot and sunny despite the likelihood of a few showery spells favoring the afternoon period. There remains a low chance of the odd heavy shower or isolated thunderstorm. Partly cloudy night with a few isolated showers. On Sunday, a few spotty showers favoring early morning will interrupt generally hot and sunny conditions. Overnight will be mainly fair. Gusty winds and street or flash flooding are possible in the vicinity of heavy downpours. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Let's recap the headlines before we go. One bed and breakfast owner says no solid bookings for Tobago Carnival. Division of Health introduces Health Hygiene Lounge. And a new interministerial committee to fight cybercrimes and AI scams. I'm Renessa Ortiz. Thank you so much for joining us and have a great night.